This is our Nissus pump. It is with Crowcreek. After you get the patient already cleaned up, you're getting ready to put the pump on, you're going to want to go ahead and skin prep. If you do your window painting, cut your black foam to measure just inside the wound, drape. Once you turn the machine on, the suction will start. So typically just go ahead and do all of that before actually turning the machine on and hooking the patient up. So to turn on, it is going to be this button right here. Just tap it. Machine will turn on. Everything is going to be preset for the pressure before anything is given to you or the patient. So the doctor wants this patient to have 125. I will set that, and we do have a run time which I'm going to reset for the patient. The run time will be for the compliance of the patient, for you to know if they are keeping it on as long as they say, or if they're pulling it off days before you actually come in. To get into any of the menu selections, you're going to hit the menu button in the middle here. You're going to have your therapy mode, which it is going to be continuous, which it's set to right now, or intermittent. If you go ahead and hit the arrows over, anything that's highlighted is what you're working with. So we can exit out of there. Any of the alarms, all alarms are turned on. If you go down to log display, it's going to tell you a date and a time that alarm went off. You can go ahead and mute that. This will bring us to the next screen, which would be the troubleshooting screen. So anything that's highlighted is what's going on. So we have a leak alarm that's highlighted. It also says leak up here. On the troubleshooting screen does have numbers that will walk you through everything, which is helpful for the patient. If a patient is able to, or a patient's caregiver is able to kind of push down on the drape when you do get that leak alarm, instead of calling you guys first, that helps out. Or even if you have a canister full, I do like to teach the patient's caregivers how to change canisters out. So it just goes through, just keep pushing down. Anytime you want to get out of a menu, just go ahead and hit exit. The settings would be mainly just for me. This is where we would change run time, any date time, but it would be nothing that you guys would actually have to deal with. We do have an 800 number that's attached to every single pump. We like to have patients keep the pumps in the black bags to protect the pumps. On the top is where the 800 number is. There's also an 800 number that's left on the cooler bag for the patient. And there is a pamphlet on, recent or frequently asked questions or anything about the machine that you would want to know. Our 800 number, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The patient would call in, give their name, what the problem is, say it's urgent, because it will get dispatched to our wound nurse on staff. We try to troubleshoot everything over the phone. And then if it's something that we cannot do, we'd either suggest that they call you guys, or if an alarm was going off for, over 2 hours, to rip the application off and go to the hospital or call you for wet to dry.
Okay. And can you show me how to take the canister off and on?
Yes. So snap it on. I've been told that this is one of the easiest canisters to put on and off of a pump.
Sounds good.
And then the tubing. It is a little bit more pliable, I think, than the KCIs. I know KCI is a little harder, a little bigger. Ours is smaller, more pliable. On the end of the tube, when you hook it up to the patient's track pad, it actually screws in.
Okay.
I'm not sure if KCIs does that.
It kind of locks.
Does it lock? Okay.
All right. And do you have white foam?
We do have white foam. White foam is not standard in our kits. That would be something that is ordered extra by the doctor's office. It would be on the form. If you guys are out in the field and you see that white foam is needed, a lot of the nurses just text me. They let me know. I would let the wound center know that I'm going to be shipping, the white foam for that patient.
And to reorder supplies, we just call you?
To reorder, if you guys see that supplies are low, you can let me know. If you see that you're down to like 3 kits and a couple of canisters, you can text me, call me, email me, whatever's easiest for you. Typically, if a patient, because I have 10 days from the patient's reorder date, so if the patient's going to be seen in the wound center, I would get notes from them for within those 10 days to do supplies. If not, I would be contacting you guys. So if you see that if the patient's low before I have contacted anybody, please do let me know.
And how long typically when we contact you does it take to get out to the patient?
As long as I have contact before 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we ship out next day.
Okay.
If it is something that's very urgent, I will bring them out, or my technician would bring them out.
Okay. And can you show us your medium-sized black foam?
Yes. Sorry. Typically in a kit, this would be our medium-sized kit. You get 1 piece of black foam, 2 drapes, and a track pad. So this would be the medium size. If you guys see that you need more black foam, just let me know and I would order the large kits for you. We have the 250cc canisters, and we can do 500cc. It's just typically a patient without a lot of drainage, they do the 250 because a patient is allowed per insurance 15 kits, 10 canisters a month.
And the 500cc canister also fits on that same size
Yes,
pump?
it does.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.